Okay. Oh. All right. So I want to ask, how many types of letters do we have? Two types of letters. Two types of letters. All right. So in IELTS, and generally, there are three types of letters, not two. There are three types of letters, and in most cases, a lot of people fail to recognize that their question is the third type of letter that they ignore. I don't know if you understand this. So we have three types of letters. We have the informal letters. We have the semi-formal letters. And we have the formal letters. These are the three types of letters. Now let's understand that your letter is meant to last for 20 minutes. Your letter writing is meant to last for 20 minutes. Letter writing falls under task 1. Don't forget that. Now, within the 20-minute period, you're expected to write a minimum of 150 words. Minimum. You can write more. And then the maximum rate you can get from your letter, that's task 1, is 33.31%. That's the maximum you can get from writing tests. Essay has more than twice what this guy gives us. So you are strongly advised to pay more attention to your essay writing. Of course, this is also important, no doubt. Now, in letter writing, examiners also make use of the 4 yardsticks to evaluate your write-up. Do you remember the 4 yardsticks? Task achievements, lexical resources, vocabularies, task cohesion and coherence, grammatical range and accuracies. These are the 4 yardsticks examiners would use to assess what you have written. Now, let's understand that in letter writing, there is a formula for writing letters. And then lastly, we are looking at closure. Okay, so there we have the formula for writing letters, no matter the type of letter it is. But the only thing is, the content will be different. The content of an informal letter will definitely be different from the content of your formal letter, right? But this remains a formula, so it helps to guide the template of your letter. Then just to confirm something, normally when you're writing letters, especially official letters, there is usually something you write at these different locations, right? What do you usually write over here? The writer's address. That's your address. What about here? Recipient's address. What comes here? The subject of the letter, right? In IELTS, you don't need this. You don't need this. You don't need this, no matter the type of letter it is. Don't begin to write address. You don't have the time. Don't begin to write date. You don't have the time. Don't start thinking of writing the manager, NNPC, whatever. No. And don't write letter for application, whatever it is. IELTS does not need any of that. IELTS just wants you to begin your letter using salutation. No matter the type of letter it is, your salutation must always be dear whoever it is. Your comma. Please, do you understand this? Please, I need ink. Okay. So since you don't need to write your address or the date or the recipient's address or the subject of the letter, let's understand how the informal letter should look like. All right, so what are informal letters? Who can attend? What are informal letters? Letters you write to someone you know or your friend. Do you agree with her? All right. Informal letters are letters we write to people who are related to us either by blood or by friendship. All right. So by blood, you're referring to family, friendship, friends, right? There is a great level of acquaintance with the person you are writing the letter to, right? Now, sound strictly informal, both in your choice of words and in the tone of the letter. Do you understand? Letters to your parents, siblings, letters to your piblings, letters to your nibblings, and letters to. When we talk about siblings, you know who they are, brothers and sisters. When we talk about nibblings, who are your nibblings? Your nibblings? Your nieces and nephews. Nibblings. Niblings. Who are your piblings? Piblings. 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 Yes, just like siblings, nibblings, piblings. Maybe your uncles, your aunts are your piblings. Niblings. And piblings. Piblings, right? Now, when you are writing to these people, you have great level of your your choice of words, your construction of sentences. The tone of your letter should sound as though you are having the normal rapport with them. But IELTS says, do not bring in vernacular. Don't bring in your native language in the letter, right? Hmm? The please don't. This is English. This is English, right? Don't bring in shorthands. No, it's a location, so it has to bear the name it has, right? Those slangs, hmm? They can bring in informal expressions. What's up? Hmm? How far? What's going on? Yes, please. Express yourself. But no vernacular, no slangs. Right? So your in IELTS wants you to be very informal and down to earth with your choice of words and tone. So let's look at how your informal letter should appear. First, S stands for salutation. So your salutation for an informal letter must begin with the word dear dash, dear mother. And in informal letters, nicknames are allowed. In informal letters, acronyms are allowed. Say, dear Mitty, if you don't want to say Mythic, right? You can as well say, dear CJ, if you don't want to say Kajason. It's allowed. Dear mom, allowed. So your salutation, dear Kozo, dear Kozi, however you express yourself is allowed. But when you are referring to someone, informal letter, try to address the person by a name. Cousin is a general name for someone who is related to you by through your brother or your sister, right? Give the name better. All right. So after expressing your salutation, your paragraph 1, please talk about exchange of pleasantries. Exchange pleasantries. After that, bring in what we call recall of past memory. Then after that, bring in purpose of writing. Okay, so for your paragraph 1 of the informal letter, you are to exchange pleasantries. You are to draw or reminisce or do a retrospect of a particular moment you had together. That's what we call recall. Then after that, you bring in your purpose of writing. Your purpose of writing. Okay? Then your second paragraph, you are to factor in the detailed recall of past memory. Then your paragraph 2, you are considering detailed purpose of writing where you bring in facts and figures. Then your third paragraph, it's either you proffer solution or you express your preferred solution. And to bring in this, you have to consider when and how you want the issue to be resolved. When and how you want the issue to be resolved. Your fourth paragraph is optional, but what you do basically here is to bring in your conclusion, right? Then the closure of an informal letter, you can simply say, best wishes, comma, then just a name. You can as well say warm regards, comma, just a name. That's all. You can as well say things like your bestie, comma, write your name. However you wish to express your closure. It can be your love, your beautiful wife. Yours truly is more like a semi form. It sounds semi formal. Yours truly is a little official kind of. Hmm? It could be any other thing. Your bestie, your sweetheart, your love, your cozy, however you express yourself to the person. Now let's look at this. Dear CJ, for instance, perhaps you are advised in the question to write a letter to your friend notifying him or her about your plan to about the plan for your parents to go on a vacation, all right, to Canada, and you want your friend to play a role in that particular vacation. So you start by saying, Dear CJ or Dear AY, how are you? And your beautiful family? What do I end it with? Question mark.
The paragraphing. You give space from the beginning of the line before you start, or you start the paragraph, everything from the same line, just goes to the next line.
Okay. You know, we have traditional paragraphing template and we have the modern paragraphing. It depends on the one you prefer. If you want to apply the traditional method of paragraphing, that means you have to leave a margin and start from here. Then you come back here to continue. Right? This is traditional. Your second paragraph, you also begin here. Right? If you want to use the modern template of paragraphing, you start from here. Blah, 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 blah. So after your paragraph, full stop, you leave a little line and continue
Okay,
here.
you leave one line, you leave a space. But with that traditional one, you don't need to leave anything.
No,
You can just start from
the next line and leave a margin. But the traditional template is best for handwritten information. Hmm? But if it is the typed format, system automatically will help you structure it. Hmm? And when you use justify, it even takes everything to the left, including the headings.
for those of us that are doing handwritten, use the
It
traditional
is more advised,
method. Like you say space.
yeah, to write more, right? Okay, so let's go back to our exchange of pleasantries. So I've written another expression here. How is the environment, especially your new job? What do I end it with? Question mark. What do I end it with? Full stop. So why do I need to use full stop for that when others were carrying question mark? Why do we need full stop for I trust you are doing very well? Why do we need full stop? Why should we have full stop here? Who knows? Please reduce the volume slightly. Mhm.
We have completed our greeting.
We have completed your greeting, so it should end with full stop. All right. What do you think?
It's not a question, so it's a statement, right? I trust you are doing very well. So you end it.
Okay. Thank you. It's not because we are ending our sentence. It is because I trust you are all doing very well. Is not a question. It is called rhetorical expression. Rhetorical expression. You are not expecting any feedback. I trust. That's my belief. Hmm? So it doesn't need a question. It needs a full stop. So that's how to go about having your exchange of pleasantries. Whatever it is that you want to find out or you want to express under exchange of pleasantries, please go ahead and do that. Then after that, recall of past memory. Still, yes, continuation. Do you still remember our last outing on the 14th of August, 2023? The beautiful memories of that particular outing keep coming afresh in my head. I'm recalling a past memory. I always and sincerely pray we can have more of such if time permits. That's you recalling a rendezvous you had together. Right? After that, no, meanwhile, CJ, I'm actually writing to inform you that my parents or my mom and dad will be coming to Canada on a 2-week vacation. In view of this, I am actually soliciting your great support to secure an accommodation for them. That's all. Now, I want to ask, with what I've said, what do you think is the purpose of writing?
For the parents
Not for the parents to come, they will definitely go.
for your friends to organize accommodation for your parents.
For your friends to assist you to secure an accommodation for your parents. Good morning. Ah, Fashaki. Welcome. For your friend to assist you to secure an accommodation. Please, do you understand this? That's the purpose of writing. But you don't just write, meanwhile, CJ, I'm writing to tell you to help me to secure accommodation for my parents. No. You have to build something. I'm actually writing to inform you that my parents, my mom and dad will be coming on a 2-week vacation to Canada. And coincidentally, we have chosen the province where you reside. Hence, we are soliciting your assistance to help secure an accommodation, a befitting accommodation for them. That's all. Please, do you understand this? Purpose of writing. Did you understand this part? When we recalled.
This is still in the first paragraph.
Yes, we are still treating paragraph 1. The first thing in paragraph 1 is exchange of pleasantries. After that, do you still remember the day we went hiking at the mountain around so and so? We really had great fun, and the picture of that wonderful day keeps coming fresh in my mind. I always and sincerely pray that we can have more of such if time permits. Recall of past memory. Mitik, are you here? All right, full stop. Meanwhile, CJ, I'm actually writing to inform you that my parents, my mom and dad, will be coming on a 2-week vacation to Canada. And coincidentally, we have chosen the city where you are resident in. Hence, we are soliciting your support to secure an accommodation for them. Do you understand this? So that will be the end of your paragraph 1. Right? After that, your paragraph 2, you now want to give detailed purpose of writing concerning what you introduced in your paragraph 1. So for your paragraph 2, you are saying something like, in line with our need for your assistance to help secure a befitting accommodation for my parents, it is pertinent to establish to you that their vacation is being planned and funded by all of us, the children, as it is more like as my father and mother just retired and have ample time for the since we have no other relation or relative there, you'll be of great support in helping to secure this. It's going to last for just 14 days. Yeah. Or living in Canada, Ghana, or living in Ethiopia, or living wherever it is you want from, on the 4th of August, to return back to the country on the 18th of August of same month. So this 14th or 18th, thereabout, right? You work it out. Now, because of their age, we are looking to have an accommodation that will be befitting for them. For instance, they won't have they won't want to live in an environment that is quite noisy, such as environment having a park where music is played constantly as a way of advertising or marketing what they are into, right? Because it can trigger high blood pressure. Now, paragraph 3. Preferably, we are looking at an accommodation which cost would fall within 500 to 800 Canadian dollars for the 2 weeks period. We are profiling solution now, what we want. Right? So we are looking at an accommodation which cost falls within 500 to 800 Canadian dollars for the 2 weeks period. Also, it is best for them to live either on the first floor or the ground floor. But we don't want basements and we don't want second floor or above because of their age. We are considering climbing stairs. We recognize or we are aware that at that point that they'll be coming in August, the weather the weather is usually very cold. Hence, the accommodation should have a functional air conditioner or functional heater. Do you understand? It will also be nice that their accommodation should have active internet facility and, of course, a television set to keep themselves busy. Reasons would also appreciate the accommodation to fall or be within an environment that has security personnel in case of any mishap. And for easy access to basic amenities, we would also love the accommodation to be in an environment that is close to the road for easy road network to gain access to malls and other social facilities. For payment of this accommodation, it will be nice if you can let us know what the landlord facility would require from us and how payments should be made so we can make arrangements beforehand. For ease of completion of the process, if you can make the payment on our behalf, then upon arrival, we'll reimburse you. Paragraph 4. Thank you very kindly for always being there for us. Knowing you has been a blessing. And I must say that I always pray and look forward to reciprocating, showing me. Full stop. Then, best wishes, Benny. It could be the short form of your name, or warm regards, Kendrick. Your bestie, Subai. That's all. So your letter should sound very informal, and your letter the tone should also be very informal. Should be informal. It is only in informal letter that contractions are highly accepted. Remember contractions? Informal letter accepts contractions. Look at one here. How is, can't, contractions, well accepted. Informal letters. If it is semi-formal letters or formal, please don't use them. You have to spell. If it is the semi-formal letter or the formal letters, you must write cannot. So that's the way to go.